It was quite difficult at the time when it happened because I was on the other side of the world from the family, and they didn't really, my family's based in London, I was in Brisbane. So the communication between my wife and my father and also the doctor was very good, and once she knew I was in pretty good hands in Brisbane, I think, and we decided, I spoke to her on the phone, we decided that the best thing was for her to stay there and look after the boys. They were in school. I've got 3 young boys, 12, 10 and 6 at the time. And I think the best thing for her to do was to make sure the kids just stay in the routine. We thought about, lots of friends were saying, just go, we'll look after the boys, or, we'll get out there, just take everybody and go. And then we thought, well, no, there's not much they can do if they came out, and I'd be more worried about them. And so once we decided that, and she knew I was in good hands, things were okay, but she was very strong. And then I came home after about, 2 and a bit months being away. Initially I was going to be away for about 5 days, but it was 2 and a bit months. When you're kids, you can understand a broken arm. Dad's got a broken arm, it's in a sling, it'll get better in 6 weeks and it's done. But with young boys like that, it's very difficult to explain to them that you've had a brain injury and what that means. For me, it meant that I had lost, I have a hemiopia to the left, which basically means I have no peripheral vision to the left from 12 o'clock down. So it's quite debilitating at the start from balance point of view, walking into posts and all that sort of thing, and knocking things over, and that still happens to this day. I can't drive at all, which is a bit of a pain really, but trying to explain it to the boys initially is quite difficult. So what I decided to do with them was, the first dinner we had together at home was to buy them a pirate eye patch. I thought they'd like that anyway. And I put it over their left eye and said, this equates a little bit to what Dad sees and has to suffer. And so we did that, and my little one still comes up to me on the left and pokes his tongue out and things like that, and knows that I can't see him. So they've coped very well. The big thing for me is not being able to drive them to sport. They love their cricket and rugby and tennis and all those sort of soccer and all those sort of things. So we have to find other ways, and we've got very good friends that help out with that. I've once again been very lucky. I've been able to go back to work. I've been, can get around because I'm close to public transport, and so it affected my moods a little bit. And you do get, I do feel, and I do know that you go up and down. There's this euphoric feeling straight afterwards that, I'm here and I've survived, and let's get on with it. And then the opposite to that can sometimes happen, and I do know that it happens with stroke victims, and a little bit with me, where you do get depressed, and why me, and it's difficult and all that sort of thing, and it has affected my moods. But I talk about it, and there are people that can help with those sort of things, and it is good to talk about it. It's not something you should be hiding away from, because it is an issue, and it happens. I get very tired very quickly still, a year after. So my golden rule is, if you're tired, you go and have a sleep. And literally, no matter where you are, you've got to have your day sort of planned, if you can, that if you're doing very active things in the morning, you need to have a break, because that's, brains need to rest and need to recover. And even a year after, I'm still, sort of happens to me quite often. In fact, my wife, when I first came home, I said, look, I need to rest a lot, so, and if you see me lying on the couch and having a sleep in the afternoon, that's, I'm resting. And she said, oh, well, no different to normal then. So she's right though. Once again, very lucky. It hasn't affected me too much in my day-to-day life, but, it's, I sort of get around it.